Hey everybody, how's it going? So I'm out here with my 2016 F-150 FX4 6.5 foot bed. It's really like 6'7" though. And I have the Rightline bed tent. I've been using it, you've seen it in my social media. I've never done a setup video, so let's set it up. This one I kind of know quite well versus the Hypeed. The Hypeed, you know, I was doing that from scratch. This one I do know, so when you see both videos, realize this one I've done a few times. So you got poles, set the poles on the ground. Which way I need to go. I don't know how I folded it last time. That looks like the door to me. Hey, you take your poles. And I usually just take that, shove it in the corner. Kind of put this here. See what we got. We got a see, I haven't done this in a while, but I remember marked orange, they go crisscross, real easy. I'll take my other pole and we'll go from this angle and here. It's funny when you got here, so okay. Put the strap under the tailgate. Door on like so. Oh yeah, you got this strap. You gotta open up the door. So here's the Rightline gear truck bed tent. As you can see, it goes on like so. I leave the rain fly on. It probably makes it a little bit more difficult to set up because you can't see, you know, the holes for the poles and what have you. But at the end of the day, unlike the hike speed, that this, you know, you got the rain fly on, you're ready to go. Unless you don't want the rain fly on, then just walk around, and it has these nice buckles you just unclip. So the cab side is attached down to there. Then you got a midsection that's attached there. You got a pole that goes that way. That's for the door. You got two traditional poles that make an X. Those are your corners. That's the corner pocket for it. Again, buckle for the rainfly, attachment point here, and technically attachment point here. And you do that so it pulls it tight for the bed, and you got a strap under so you can actually pull that one nice and tight so it kind of keeps it in. Goes around your tailgate like so. You got your door. Quick peek inside. We'll go inside next. Again, on this side, same thing. So what I do at the end when I tear it down, I pull this, make it loose, and then that way it can all fold down and you can put it back up easily. Otherwise, yeah, you could probably tear it down with it tight, but then putting it up might be hard. Again, got that strap. Technically, I have another one. So there we go. So technically, I didn't put it on because I forgot about it, but it goes on like so. Keeps it tight. Again, keeps air kind of out of that area. Got your middle strap. Got a pull, and you got your cab strap. This one kind of got pushed back. That's fine. You'll notice when you set this up each time, you'll get a little bit better, or you take a few months and then you're like, what am I doing? But let's go inside. First thing you'll notice, unlike the hike speed, is you actually get your whole bed. So if you get a bed rug, and I put down a horse mat, and that's just because I have bikes and that's easier to wash. But I put my mattress over here. Normal twin mattress fits into this truck. Gives me about that much room of space on the side of the bed, which then I store my stuff, put dirty clothes, my clothes, etc. You know, food, depending where you're at. If you have critters, you don't put your food in back of your bed. So in this tent, unlike the hike speed, it's not as open. If I took the rainfly off, you can see through that. You can see through these windows that can open and close. Leave them partially open when I put it away. Actually, and in here you would come in and you would kind of tidy this up. It depends on your truck how big your rail is, but this might cover. The Fords are pretty wide, plus then I have the tonneau cover, so it's quite wide. But anyways, you got that piece. Technically sits up on top. As each truck's going to be different, right? It's universal. So you would do the same over here. You do like it's right there. You pull that. You know, you would come in here and kind of tidy all this up. So there you have it. And then you have pockets. My truck, because of the wide rails, the pockets don't really do much. You got a lantern hook. I do wish it would have like a tray hook, because I like taking my hats and putting them up there, or riding gloves or whatever, or light, maps, whatever, just so it's up in a spot I know where it's at. But as you see in this one, your waterproofing is your bed, because the tent goes over the box, so therefore it stays pretty watertight, because as long as this doesn't leak, the bed, nothing's going to get into here. And then you have your door. If we close the door, that's one negative because of the tailgate. You kind of have to reach way down here to get the door, and then the other zipper's there, and you go like that. That is a negative because that's on an angle, so you have to get to it. If you want to open up the screen, now you got the screen right there, and you can look out and you can go down on that side, and it does give you a pretty big view. It doesn't have as much view as the hike speed. That is quick setup, but I think it does lack some features. And I've used this tent, so I can tell you what I think about this one. So the Rightline gear tent, I like it. I've used it quite a bit already. It works in the wind. It holds up. It's not going to fly away. It's attached to the truck. In light rain, I didn't get rain in the tent either time. And like I said, I put my twin mattress over here. I'll put all my junk there that builds up, dirty clothes up front, and then my bag of clothes and stuff. And I put my other stuff in the cab, like riding gear and stuff. That goes in the cab. What I like about this tent is it's been reliable. It's a little difficult to set up versus the hike speed, but I like that you get the full access to the bed of the truck here. Gotta be honest, I like that. I always use rain flies because whether it's Moab, Colorado, it seems like a storm comes in. You don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night. So I prefer just to have the rain fly on, and it doesn't bother me. Open these windows. These windows are pretty good. You get a nice cross breeze, plus with that door open and that screen, you're getting air flowing through here. Now, the hike speed, it has more airflow, no doubt, because you saw the panorama huge windows. But this one's been tested. This one I've used and I like. I'll use the hike speed and I'll bring you a video using it and we'll see. But, you know, I don't know. I can't say right now. So anyways, that's my thought on these tents. This tent works for me. And sleeping in the bed of the truck works pretty dang well, especially when you can put a normal twin mattress and you sleep really good, you know, because it's a real mattress. And you know, it feels safe in here versus a ground tent because you have walls. I figure if a bear comes up, they're gonna have to put their front paws up on probably the tailgate because they're gonna think it's a wall or something, right? They're not gonna quite know what to do. Hopefully me waking up, me turning on a light would startle them, me hitting the panic button on the truck. You know, I figure it's fairly safe in the back of the bed of the truck versus a ground tent, right? I mean, you're pretty vulnerable in a ground tent. The downside to these type of tents is the fact that, well, I'm parked here. Unless I'm moving slow just to move like 20 feet away, 30 feet away to adjust where I parked, you're not driving anywhere, so you're going to have to collapse this. Now, it's like any tent, it collapses pretty easy. Putting it away, it's pretty difficult. The bag for this tent is pretty tight. So you'll collapse it all in, grab your poles, put your poles in the pole bag, and then fold up and typically use the poles, because that's your length, to roll up the tent. That's why you want to leave some windows open. Now, another downside is you don't have an access port here. So if you have a truck that has a window, there's no way to access. I would like if they upgraded and brought us that, because that'd be good. I don't have access, but my next truck probably will, because it seems like all trucks now have the window. I don't know, I don't know. I bought an XL FX4 package, so I guess they didn't bother doing the sliding. I wish it was just manual sliding. That would work for me. But anyways, that's a different subject, but that would be nice if they had a port here or somehow kind of went over the cab so that that'd be waterproof that direction, so you could have that access. Because that way, if you had remote start and it got cold, you could remote start and have the heat just pumping from your cab right into your tent, right? If it happened, it got chilly, you weren't expecting chilly conditions, just to kind of warm things up. What else? I think that's basically it. I mean, not much you can do to redesign that door. It's an angle because of the tailgate. Maybe if they took somehow the tent out further, so this part of the ceiling went out further that way and then came and was more of an upright, then you would have more room too. Oh, and how can I stand in here? Because everyone wants to know standing. 5'11", I am hunched over. I don't know if you can tell that, but I'm hunched over. But it works for me. I can get changed like this. Doesn't bother me. I sit on my twin mattress and put on my clothes. That's fine. yeah, I kind of wish it was taller. Maybe they made a taller model with the door and stuff that went out further for easier access. Because look at this. So I want to go out now. I gotta go down here to the zipper. I gotta pull that one up. And then there we go. I'm younger, an older person. That might get annoying to just get down there to get out. I don't know how you solve that, to be honest with you. Yeah. But yeah, I like this tent and it works really well. So hopefully you like this video. So just to end the Rightline gear video, look at the size of the tents when they're packed up. The hike speed, or hike peed, I keep putting an S there, but it's hike peed. I guess it peed, I don't know. So we're taking a look when these are packed up to end the video. Rightline gear, look, I mean, look at it. The hike peed, well, guess what? It's more quicker setup because it's like a pop-up tent that's just in the bed of your truck, but it takes up like almost 2 of these. I could almost have another one of these right here. That takes up a lot more room. So if space is an issue, which sometimes, amazingly, even with a truck, even packing stuff in, by the time I put the wood in the cooler, this and that, it's amazing how much stuff is in here until I get the wood out. So having something that's somewhat small, and yeah, it's a little bit difficult to slide it in, like, 'cause it's more like a tent bag. That one is easier because they do give you a fairly big bag, but it's also huge. So I wish this was slightly bigger just to make it easy as far as a bag, because it would still be just loose, but that way it's just easy to get in there. But it does pack down a lot better than that truck bed tent. So I don't know, convenience with pop-up or more of a traditional with poles, that's not too bad. And if you have 2 people, it would go really quick, like if a spouse or a kid or something, it would go really quick. But that one's speed, this one more traditional, but the pack, man, it's hard to beat the Rightline right there. I just wanted to bring you this video before I ended everything.